Magandang buhay! Again, welcome to our virtual discussion. And today, our topic is all about energy system. But first, let's know the objective of these lessons. The objective of these lessons are: first, enumerate and identify the three energy systems. Second, explain the differences among the three energy systems and how they work. And third, perform the physical activities that use three energy systems. Ano nga ba yung tinatawag natin na energy system? Pag sinabi po natin energy systems, refers to the specific mechanism in which energy is produced and used by our body. Kumbaga, ito daw isang mekanismo. Pinapakita dito kung ano yung proseso, kung paano natin nagagamit yung energy natin sa pamamagitan ng ating katawan. Diba? Pinag-aralan natin last time yung pinagkukunan natin ng energy na food, which is carbohydrates, protein, and fats. Ngayon, paano ba natin ginagamit yung mga na-take nating energy sa pamamagitan ng katawan natin? Ayun yung pag-aaralan natin sa energy system. Anong sistema? Anong proseso? Ngayon, meron akong katanungan. Have you ever done push-ups and running? What are the two activities have in common? Diba? I'm sure naman na lahat kayo is naranasan na mag-push-ups at naranasan ng tumakbo. Siyempre, di ba? Habulin na kayo ng aso, talagang mapapatakbo kayo. Kaya pag push-ups, gusto nyo maging maganda yung katawan nyo, especially bandang arm, nagpo-push-ups kayo or na penalty kayo or punishment, nag-push-ups kayo. Di ba? Kung mapapansin mo, itong dalawang activities na ito, yung commonly nila or yung pagkakaparehas is yung energy. Hindi mo sila magagawa kapag hindi mo nilagyan ng energy or wala kang energy, di ba? Kumbaga, kapag lantu-lantutay ka, is hindi mo magagawa yung dalawang activities na ito. Then, malalaman nyo kung ano naman yung pinakaiba niya or yung kaugnayan niya dun sa tinatawag natin na energy system. Sabi dito, our body needs a specific amount of energy when we do physical activities. When we exercise, a low or high amount of energy is supplied to our muscles depending on the duration, intensity, and nature of the exercise. Activities like sprinting and jumping require a large amount of energy used in a short time of period or short a period of time. On the other hand, marathon running and long-distance swimming require low but steady amount of energy over a longer period of time. It is important for our body to get the energy it needs to effectively perform these physical activities. Kumbaga, sinasabi lang dito na ang bawat activities natin is nangangailangan siya ng energy. For example, pag heavy yung activities na ginagawa mo, syempre, more yung energy na kailangan mo doon. Diba? Sabi nga natin yung about sa duration, diba? Pag sobrang tagal yung ginagawa mo activities, ibig sabihin yung energy mo dapat na maintain mo siya na matagal din. Pag intense naman yung ginagawa mo activities, syempre mas more yung energy na kailangan mo doon. Kumbaga like sprinting and jumping, ayan, sabi dyan nangangailangan siya ng large amount of energy. Yung sa marathon naman, running, pag mahaba or long distance swimming or matatagal, syempre kailangan mo doon is ma-maintain mo yung energy mo hanggang matapos yun. A food that we eat is a source of energy. Eating before doing exercise can contribute to our performances. Kumbaga nga, yung food na kinakain natin, di ba sabi ko sa inyo, is yun talaga yung nagiging rason kung bakit natin nagagawa yung tinatawag natin na daily activities. Ngayon may tinatawag po tayong cellular respiration. There is a complex chemical process called cellular respiration. Yung ano daw, chemical process na yun, yung tawag doon is cellular respiration, kung saan yung katawan natin kumukuha siya ng food, di ba, yung pag kumakain tayo, tapos ayun yung ginagamit or nako-convert para magawa or magkaroon tayo ng tinatawag na ATP o yung adenosine triphosphate. Yung ATP, ATP naman po, siya yung nagsusupply ng energy natin sa muscles natin or sa muscle cells. Kasi yung ATP, siya yung parang nagiging dahilan para mag-supply. After natin kumain, nako-convert siya as a energy. Ang tawag nga doon sa pagkaka-convert na yun is cellular respiration. Ngayon, kapag na-convert na siya, dito na papasok si ATP. Si ATP naman yung magsusupply sa cells natin. Yung cells kasi kapag nagsama-sama yung nagiging tissues. And one of the example ng tissues is yung muscles natin. Kaya yung muscles natin, doon na pupunta yung energy, kaya nagagawa natin yung mga daily activities natin. May tinatawag din po na creatine phosphate or CP. Katulad siya ng ATP, pero ito naman po yung stored in muscle cells. Yung atong creatine phosphate na stored siya sa muscle cells natin. When it broken down, a large amount of energy is released. Three energy systems work together as we exercise. However, a specific energy system can dominate depending on the intensity of type of activity that is being done. Kumbaga may tinatawag kasi tayo, mamaya pag-aaralan natin, yung three types or energy system. Ayun, nagkakaiba yun, depende do sa ginagawa nating exercise o ginagawa nating activity. Ayun yung mamaya nating tatalakayin yung three energy system na tinatawag. Okay, what are the three energy systems? Unahin natin yung tinatawag na anaerobic, lactic, or ATP-CP. It is dominant source of muscles energy for a high-intensity physical activities. Kumbaga ito yung uri ng energy system kung saan ginagamit natin siya dun sa high intense na physical activities, yung mga mabibigat na activities, yung mga activities na kailangan talaga natin magbigay ng mas malakas o mas maraming energy. It provides high burst startup energy that lasts around 10 seconds or less. Itong activity na to is, or yung energy na kailangan natin gamitin dito is, di ba, yung sabi ko nga, super energy talaga or malalang energy, pero hindi naman siya natagal ng 10 seconds or mas mababa pa sa 10 seconds kadalasang ginagamit yung energy. ATP-CP provides immediately energy without requiring any oxygen. Etong ATP-CP hindi siya nagre-require o nangangailangan ng oxygen, tapos hindi din siya nagpo-produce ng tinatawag na lactic acid. Ano ba yung example nitong anaerobic lactic or ATP-CP para mas madali natin maintindihan? Again, nagamit siya ng energy na sa high intense na physical activities like ayan, yung weightlifting, di ba? Next is yung tinatawag natin na long jump. Kasi di ba, para makatalon tayo ng mas mataas, kailangan nating i-bend yung list natin at kumuha talaga ng mas malakas na energy para mas makatalon tayo ng mataas. Next is yung tinatawag na shot put. Yung shot put na yan, may hawak po silang bola dyan or something na bilog, tapos ibabato nila yan. Hindi siya biro kasi yung kailangan mo dyan is malalang energy kasi yung bigat ng ball na yan is 7 kilos, 7.12, something na gano'n, basta 7 kilos pataas kapag boys na kailangang ihagis at palayuan, kaya kailangan mo siya ng energy. Next is yung tinatawag na 50 meter sprint. Next yung swimming na 25 meters. Ayun yung mga activities na tinatawag na intensity or high intensity physical activities. Tapos ginagamitan siya ng energy na 10 seconds or mas mabagal pa sa 10 seconds, pero yung energy na ginamit natin dito is talagang bongga or talagang kailangan is may malakas na energy kumbaga. Next is yung tinatawag natin na anaerobic lactic glycolytic energy system. Yung kanina is anaerobic lactic, may letter A. Dito is wala na. Anaerobic lactic is known as the glycolytic energy system, kung saan yung energy system nagsusupply siya ng energy simula sa medium to high intensity physical activities. And like kanina is intensity activities agad. These high intensity activities usually last for 10 seconds to 2 minutes. Di ba yung kanina is yung may lactic is ano lang siya, na 10 seconds pa ba. Dito na is 10 seconds hanggang 2 minutes. When an athlete sprints for 400 meters, lactic acid build-ups. Kumbaga yung kanina kasi walang lactic acid yan na nalabas sa katawan natin. Dito sa anaerobic lactic, may nalabas na po na lactic acids na binibuild up sa dugo natin at doon sa muscle cells. Normally, pag nagkaroon tayo ng lactic acid, ito daw yung nagiging dahilan ng shortness ng breath at yung burning sensation o yung pagkakaroon natin ng pain sa mga muscles natin. Once lactic acid is produced, ayun yan. Same as with ATP-CP, the anaerobic lactic system does not require oxygen. Hindi siya nagre-require din ng oxygen, pero capable siya of supplying energy for a high intensity activities. The difference between the two systems is amount of time. Yung sa amount ka ng time, di ba magkaiba sila ng time that the system can work. Thus, if the athlete exceeds 10 seconds while sprinting, the anaerobic lactic system kicks in to provide energy. Kumbaga yun lang yung pinagkaiba no number 1 at number 2, which is number 2 is yung tinatawag natin na anaerobic lactic. Then last, yung tinatawag natin na aerobic energy system. Most of the sports and activities are aerobic energy system. Yung kadalasan doon sa mga activities natin at yung mga laro or sports is tinatawag na aerobic energy system. Ano nga ba yun? Aerobic energy system provides energy for a low intensity physical activities. Kumbaga ito yung mga activities natin na hindi ganun kailangan ng biglaang malakas na enerhiya. Kumbaga ito that lasts from the 2 minutes or a few hours. Natagal to ng 2 minutes hanggang hanggang umabot ng oras. Aerobic energy system compared to ATP, CP, and glycolytic energy system requires more longer oxygen in muscles in doing physical activities like long distance swimming. Ayun nga, kumbaga itong aerobic energy system, kung ikukumpara daw doon sa number 1 at number 2 natin, is nangangailangan na to ng oxygen. Kasi diba yung kanina, yung 1 and 2, is hindi siya nangangailangan, ay yung number 1 especially, is hindi siya nangangailangan ng oxygen. Ngayon ito, dahil may oxygen na siya, wala na rin dito tinatawag na lactic acid. Kumbaga yung oxygen na yung nakakatulong para do sa muscles na magawa yung mga physical activities na katulad ng ayan yung long distance swimming, ayan yung running, yung ayan. Kasama din dito yung mga playing sports like basketball, soccer, and yung futsal na tinatawag. Ayan po yung sa tinatawag natin na aerobic energy system. Dadalang natin pag aerobic energy system is may oxygen na ginagamit para sa ating mga muscles sa paggawa ng mga physical activities. Ayan, hanggang dun lang yung lesson natin and be ready for our activity. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.